Lovely, lovely, wonderful, beautiful, handsome, sweet, and marvelous people. A pleasant evening to everybody. No, I didn't even remember about this particular saga. It was until today when I saw the headline on the online. I think it was the not the Observer. It may have been the Gleaner. Either of the two that spoke about the school administrators, teachers, and higher authorities allowing the students to wear the particular sweater, you know, something that will keep them warm. Do not turn them back because they're colorful. They're not the standard neutral colors. It is a shame and a disgrace, and to be honest with you, somewhat heartless for a comment like that to even have been made. Let me explain what I'm talking about. It should not have had to take the media to say this. It will make it because it makes the school administration seem as if they are insensitive, without feeling, and senseless. Now, while they are Jesus God, when you're trying to call a particular word and your brain is going, either the lips are moving slower than the brain, or the brain is moving slower than the lips. I'm not even sure which of the two, or maybe faster. Meteorology, God. All right. On the basis of what the meteorologist will promulgate about the inclement weather, the cold front that will, no pun intended, that is upon us. I'm told that it may come again this weekend. It was upon us last weekend, and we felt remnants of it prior to that particular weekend. And generally speaking, the ending of December into January and February tends to be very cold. The two main months, they tend to be very cold. So this is just like an additional coldness to the cold weather that we would generally experience during this time of the month. Now, Jamaica by and large is a tropical island, a tropical country. So 80% of the times to 90% of the times, we are hot, we are burning up, and because of the whole climate changes and so on, we don't, it's as though it's increasing in terms of the percentage of how long the heat stays upon us. I remember it was last December, not December, that just went, the year before. I mean, it was so hot, right, to a good portion of December. It was not cold. It was afterwards the cold started. It started to feel a little change in the temperature and in the weather. And by that token, because we are generally a tropical island, a hot, can't even just say warm country, burning up country, we don't generally have the need to wear sweaters and so on. So the little one sweater, two sweaters, and windbreak and whatever it is that people have, they're just going to keep that until it is required to be used. And sometimes people may not buy the neutral color because there was no need for them to wear it during school time. There was no need for them to wear it during the school time because we have not had a situation like what we had recently with that cold front, no pun intended, that came upon us, which I'm told that it may come again for this weekend. Why would you tell the students they need to leave school if they wear it? Are you telling me that the parents must go out, find money in which they probably cannot? They're already struggling to send their children to school to buy the books, the stationery, the food, the clothing, the shoes and whatnot to give to their children. And then you're going to tell them if they don't, they would have to probably, basically you're saying that is what it tantamounts to, that they would have to buy one of the neutral colors, or they have to go turn back. Are you people out of your cotton picking mind? I am generally for rules and regulations, but they have to be fair and they have to be just. That is no, have to be fair, they have to be just. That is nowhere near fair or just. Are you in the pockets of these parents? Secondly, I mean, because we're a tropical island, it's not necessarily easy to go around and find stores that will be arbitrarily selling sweaters of neutral, even of neutral colors. Because we generally abon, we generally hot. We generally hot. It is generally hot. This is an unusual time. That should not have even come across the school's administrators' minds. It should not even be an issue. You know, these are the things that, you know, sometimes I wonder, why is it that people tend to major in minor things and they minor in major things? It is beyond me. And it behooves them to ensure that they take great care of these children. The time is properly called. Now, I'm a colored person. I mean, I wear black, I wear white too, and brown, you know, as a, you know, they probably try to filter brown and cream colors, you know, under the neutral band. You know, possibly, I'm not sure. And I went out on the Saturday where the cold front had started. And I had a leather jacket that you would wear overseas in a cold country. And I'm telling you, that cold crept up on that under that jacket and hugged me tightly, never to let go. I had on a, and it was a colored, it was mixed black and pink with some silver thingy on it. Leather jacket, not leatherette. Leather jacket. And the cold crept right up under that jacket. And so you think, say me done, me just a come. You can run, but you can't hide. That is what the cold said to me. In that jacket there. So I am so literally flabbergasted and perplexed as to why the teachers would, or the administrators would want to tell the child to turn back, knowing that the country generally hot, and then probably that the sweater they put on from before Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel were born. So now them get a chance to take off the cobweb and use it. And in some cases, it's not going to be a neutral color. It makes the school administrator seem senseless, and as though the brain isn't functioning properly. Because that should not even come across their minds. You see you saw the kind of weather that we had during that cold front. So leave them. It's not going to last forever unless God decides to change Jamaica to like how America is, where we go through a cold period and it snows. And even if that should happen, maybe that would be a one-off situation. Like, I don't remember which country, if it was Israel, that they said it never snowed until a few years ago. I don't remember, you know, either it never ever snowed or it was 100 years since it snowed. Something of the sort. I can't remember the entire thing. But to tell the children not to come, Jesus Christ. School administrators, you're probably tired. You probably need to take a break and unwind. Because you're not woke at all. You're still asleep. You're still asleep. And it is a shame and a disgrace that the Ministry of Education had to come out on media to say, left them alone. That is ridiculous. I'm dumbfounded. I'm not even, it's like you're an oaf, almost, or doltish. Because I cannot fathom how that would come across your mind. When I first heard it, I said it cannot be real. So I didn't even bother to speak on it. But when I saw the Gleaner, online Gleaner or Observer, whichever the two, I think it's a Gleaner, you know, showing the Ministry of Education, I've been telling us if I left picking them alone. Because the parents must have had to complain and say, are these people for real? We live in a tropical island. We don't need to buy sweaters like that. So whatever sweater we have, it may not be, we probably got it from somebody. Probably we saw it some time ago, went to a country, loved the color, bought it and kept it because we don't really use it here. We don't really use it here. So now we call for it. It we're going to use because we don't have nothing else. And we don't have no money for buying. Even if we have the money, I'm not going to waste my money to buy something that I'm going to wear for a couple of days and I may not ever wear it again for now. Are you people for real? Come on, schools. And you need to focus on getting the people them from dunce to bright, from illiterate to literate. That's what you need to do, and help with their critical thinking skills, or maybe you need to help on yourself. Guys, you know what to do, read TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe. Give me one of those lines.